What's happening? Today, I'm going to discuss serendipity. And I just thought back in the day that was a big word. I didn't know the meaning. I didn't look into the meaning. I didn't care for the meaning. As I've got older, I kept seeing the clip from the film where two people just came together in a random situation and they were meant to be. And the whole plot of the film is how they were meant to end up together. And we can look at this in our own life where you go, oh, it's a film. That's not going to happen. But the thing with life is that we make stuff happen. And today, I'm going to cover serendipity and how it isn't all just sort of a farce from this film and that it actually can happen, and not even just down the love route, just in our everyday life, in friendships, in family, and just how we carry ourselves. I've got the definition here, and it's serendipity is the occurrence of events by chance that come across in a happy or beneficial way. And I think the first thing you look to with that definition of serendipity is chance. And we have to first tell ourselves that with serendipity, you can't plan it. It does just happen by chance. And if we look at our life, all the time, the best things that have happened in our life have happened off script, have happened when we didn't write them down, when we didn't plan them, when something went a way we didn't think it was going to go. And serendipity isn't there when you earn it. And it also isn't there as sort of an undeserving trait. It is just that chance. And it comes when you're least expecting it as well. And you're least forcing the outcome of your life. Not everything in our life that is good is going to be loud or obvious to ourselves, to others, and for the future, where some moments, some great moments in our life, will just simply pass softly. However, in a good moment, it always just sticks with you. It always sticks with you where you go, although I took it for granted potentially that day, I will remember that day forever. Just for a certain moment that just happened by chance, by serendipity. And when something comes up as sort of a coincidence, a lot of the time, it can be too right, where you go, oh my god, this has just come up out of nowhere, and we sort of look to ignore it when we don't need to. And with this, we have to look at life of how long have we actually got? How much time, how often do we use our time? Because with serendipity, you can't predict the timing. But this timing, this sort of separation from ourselves, from others, is needed. And we also don't question when we're ready, because we don't know ever when we're ready, and we never ultimately realise when we're ready. Where sometimes life shows up, life happens the minute that we let go of a feeling. And that's how the world's meant to go. We can't hold on to all these feelings. We have to let the circle of life happen. And whilst we tell ourselves over and over again, oh, I'm not ready, but in these moments when we could meet someone, have that interaction that we didn't know was going to happen, we weren't ready, but at that moment, we was available. And that is why the world allowed it to ultimately happen. Alignment of our life can happen before we're well and truly aware of it and know that, oh my god, this is it. This is the moment. that I've been looking for, but we don't know it's happening. It just does. We need to let life surprise us, ultimately, where if we just try and hold and control our life all the time, we will never let it flow. And there's a difference between preparing for the day and putting pressure on the day, where we can have a goal to achieve and we can prepare for it. But if we keep controlling that preparation and we keep worrying about it, it is just going to turn into this pressure that we can't shake off. And we have to leave room in our mind for wonder. And once you do this, that's what sparks our ultimate creativity and availability to sort of turn up in situations that we wouldn't normally put ourselves in, to enter that event and that chance of serendipity in our life. There's also a beauty of taking the unexpected path, and how we have to see this is we can't look back on our path, because sometimes a detour is what actually got us to our destination. It's like in Cars, in Lightning McQueen. He fell out of Mac's trailer when he was asleep, went down Route 66, and whilst his destination was the final race to win the Piston Cup, he ended up in Radiator Springs and made a family, made new friends, and reshaped the journey of his life. And it's the absolute perfect situation for something like this, taking the unexpected path in life. What can feel random to us could be what was meant for us, what could be right for us all along. And how we've got to tell ourselves is that sometimes we can't always trace our steps forward. Sometimes we have to reflect, we have to look back to go, maybe this way I've gone is wrong, and maybe I should go back, take a detour, go this place. And it's not even just going somewhere, it's taking your life somewhere in your mind rather than with your legs. We also have to just, as people, keep moving, stay open as individuals for moments, for people, for experiences. And serendipity meets motion in stillness, where as people, as a friend, as a son, we have to keep showing up, even if we don't know the reason why yet. If one of our friends is achieving something, if our family have a birthday and we're not there, even if we just show up and we don't know if what we're showing up for is worth it, we have to look at it as that it will be, because we are just sort of then predetermining whether we are personally going to enjoy it, when really we need to also look at it that we're doing it for someone else as well as ourselves, because connection and love comes from two people, not just one's decision. Our life is always working behind the scenes, even when there's that sort of quiet period where we go, now I'm going to relax and think. And I've watched these two creators now for a while, and they both have two quotes that sort of intertwine perfectly with each other. And the first one is never stand still, and the second one is every second counts. And we can look at this quote as a whole, where we could go, never stand still, because every second of our life counts. And if we look at this, it links back to serendipity perfectly, where these occurring events happen by chance, by luck, and they always come in a happy or beneficial way. But if we stand still, if we don't explore, look around, meet new people, talk to new people. We are wasting these valuable seconds of our life and connection.